Hello, I would like to welcome and thank all the listeners for tuning in today to this Talk Ain't Cheap Radio. My name is Sean Ennis. Today we have a terrific show. Of course, we got some music news coming up. I'll be playing some music from some of your favorite unsigned and up-and-coming musicians, as well as I got a tip for you on how you can sell and make money from your music. Now, just a reminder, if you've not already, please go to and subscribe to the YouTube channel at Ennis Productions. Ennis Productions is your source for music, business, motivation, and support. And we also have the Creative Collective series where we interview talented people and give them a chance to share their story. So kicking it off for music news, A$AP Rocky should be held for another week in Sweden, prosecutor says. U.S. rapper A$AP Rocky should be held for another week in pretrial detention to allow police to finish investigating a June 30th fight in downtown Stockholm, a prosecutor said Friday. Daniel Svennesson has asked Stockholm's district court to hold A$AP Rocky, the stage name of Rakim Myers, until July 25th. A ruling is expected later Friday. Svennesson said police have worked intensively with the preliminary investigation but need more time to complete their probe. On June 5th, Myers, who was in Sweden to perform at a music festival, and his bodyguards were ordered held for 2 weeks after being detained 2 days earlier. Videos published on social media show a person being violently thrown onto the ground by Myers. It was not clear who else was involved. A defense lawyer has said it was self-defense. The platinum-selling Grammy-nominated artist has seen many celebrities such as Justin Bieber and Shawn Mendes come to his support since his arrest. So we certainly hope that A$AP Rocky makes it through this situation and gets released and is able to come back home to the United States as quickly as possible. Now, on to other news. Apple Music rebrands hip-hop playlist as Rap Life with weekly Beats One radio show. Apple Music is rebranding one of its biggest playlists, the A-list hip-hop, as Rap Life, and will leverage Beats One to launch a new weekly show and daily segments around it, spearheaded by Ebro Darden, global editorial head of hip-hop and R&B at Apple Music. Rap Life will largely feature hip-hop from North American artists, but Apple tells Billboard it will also be representatives of the genre worldwide. The move will give Apple a flagship playlist around the world's most popular genre that can compete against Spotify's Rap Caviar and Amazon's Rap Rotation playlist. Darden will host Rap Life segment during his Daily Beats One show, and there will be a weekly show also called Rap Life, which will feature music from the playlist and cultural discussions around hip-hop. Rap Life will update as culture updates, Darden tells Billboard. We will move at the speed of culture, and some weeks that will be daily as new marquee material drops. Alright, that's what I got for you today for music news. Now let's get into some music.
Backs to the walls like you're back in school. No one makes a sound, afraid to break the rules. The light shines bright on an empty floor. Only 7 people here and they're looking for more. Bust through the doors, here to save the day. Rescue our souls and show us the way. We show up late and we're bringing the crowd. Look out, we're coming and it's gonna get loud. Time to get dirty, get a little flirty. Gotta give you what you need. We are the party heroes, light it up. Turn up the volume from 1 to 10. We are the party heroes, feel the beat. It's a rush so high, don't let the party end.
by side, gravel lot full of four-wheel drives. Bud Light sign says 50-cent wings, throwing darts in the back is where you find me. Stomp on, stomp on, stomp on into my stomping grounds. Come on, let me show you around. Stomp on into my stomping grounds. Stomp on, stomp on, stomp on into my stomping grounds. Come on, let me show you around. Stomp on into my stomping grounds. Let me show you around. Where you find me? Mike behind the bar knows everyone's drink. Becky's showing off a brand new ink. My second cousin Kenny plays bass in the band. They're about to go on, let's find a place to stand. Stomp on, stomp on, stomp on into my stomping grounds. Come on, let me show you around. Stomp on into my stomping grounds. Stomp on, stomp on, stomp on into my stomping grounds. Come on, let me show you around. Stomp on into my stomping grounds. Just a hole in the wall with a neon glow where everybody around here sure likes to go. To throw it down, crank it up and let the good times flow. Singing hey, let me show you around. Singing hey, come on hey, yeah, singing hey, yeah. Stomp on, stomp on, stomp on into my stomping grounds. Come on, let me show you around. Stomp on into my stomping grounds. Stomp on, stomp on, stomp on into my stomping grounds. Come on, let me show you around. Stomp on into my stomping grounds. Hey, singing hey, singing hey.
All right, welcome back. Now, if you're a musician or you play in a band or you're a singer and you're going to be hitting the road and you need some session musicians to bring with you, then I seriously think you should give some consideration to checking out Fiverr.com. At Fiverr.com, you can search for session musicians and singers, and you could find things like violin players, guitar players, bass players, backup vocalists, trumpets. You can even find keyboard players, or they have other things like producers and engineers. So if you're missing a missing component to your musical project, or like I said, if you're going to be hitting the road doing some performances and you need something to fill out your live show, be sure to check out Fiverr.com. Now, most musicians' goal is to be able to sell their music. Now, selling your music is extremely important, and to do this, digital distribution is a must. You need to be readily accessible through all media platforms, or simply sign up with a digital aggregator that will place your music all over the net for you. Now, selling your music at shows is also important. You can sell CDs and make sure they're reasonable priced to sell at your gigs or even online from your home website. Now, if you're pressing up physical copies, you can easily duplicate your own CDs without spending as much, including printing and plastic wrapping case, so most of each sale will be profit, even after huge discounts. So, make sure that you do your research and get signed up with a great digital distributor, and make sure that you have music to sell at your live performances. Alright, let's get into some more music.
Come down to the Rude Boy sound, sing. Rude Boy, left, right, presto magic. Rude Boy rocking, left, right. I'm not stopping, left, right. Rude Boy, presto gonna rock it tonight. When I was a little boy, I didn't play with toys. I much rather play with girls, so that was just my choice. Tick tock, rock around the clock, flip flop drop, and I landed on top. Started from the bottom, written to the top. Rude Boy rocking non-stop. Left, right, Rude Boy rocking, left, right. Back up. I'm not stopping, left, right. Keep on rocking, left, right. Rude Boy pressure gonna rock it tonight. Young and old can do this dance, just lean, rock left or right. You don't have to break a sweat, just lean and rock all night. Lean on the rock, wow. Double, sing and make it pop. Wicked and wild, rubber dub style. Press the magic music and let's sing it versatile. Rude Boy, them are rocking. All the girls be watching. Some of them fall out fashion. None of them want to touch it. They say me clothes be matching, and lyric to the track I smashing. Everybody lean and rocking. Left to the right, head bopping. Left, right. Rude Boy rocking. Left, right. Back up. I'm not stopping. Left, right. Danger. Keep on rocking. Left, right. Rude Boy pressure gonna rock it tonight.
So we pulling at the club and the dance all a pop.
Yeah.
Bassline all a make them rock. Y'all them a dance and the earthquake pop. Girl, more what you know how to rock. Press the hand the damn mic like this. So the wine make the y'all them a move and twist. Got me like the way you wanna just a move like that. Tell me if you're ready 'cause a Rude Boy rock. Yo, left, right. Yo, we a Rude Boy rock now. Left, right. We a Rude Boy rock now. Left, right. Yo, we a Rude Boy rock. Dance floor pop, we're making it hot. Left, right. Rude Boy rock now.
Girl, I wanna rock you. I'ma take you home tonight. I'ma make you feel alright. Girl, I wanna rock you. I'ma do it all night. I'ma make you feel alright.
Come on, let me rock you. Don't worry, girl. Baby, I got you. Come on, let me rock you. Don't worry, girl. Rude Boy rock you. Come on, let me rock you. Baby, I got you. Left, right. Rude Boy person gonna rock it tonight. Rude Boy rock it. Back up. I'm not stopping. Danger. Keep on rocking, left, right. Rude Boy pressure gonna rock it tonight.
Others live in the past. He just lives for the moment, never knows how long it will last. Some people work for a living, others do it for kicks. He just does what he does best, turning out those crazy licks. He's a rock and roll guitar man, always going on his way. Hits the stage most every night, all he wants to do is play. He's a rock and roll guitar man, playing in a buzzing band. The folks all go to see them, they always give the best they can. gonna solve. He's a rock and roll guitar man. Nothing ever gets in the way. Hits the stage most every night. All he wants to do is play. He's a rock and roll guitar man, playing in a buzzing band. The folks all go to see them. They always look the best they can. He's a rock and roll guitar man, always going on his way. Hits the stage most every night. All he wants to do is play. He's a rock and roll guitar man, playing in a buzzing band. The folks all go to see them. They always give the best they can.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back to you. I try to refrain, but your nectar's so sweet and savory. I keep running back to you.
Nova, hate to see her go. Love to watch her leave. First thing I texted when we dipped about the bar scene. It was the little things that had me thinking wedding rings, but the small beeps have our combos on boxing rings. Shit, I tried to leave, it didn't work for me. Jigsaw the puppet looking round for his missing piece, killing me cause what we love has no equal. But I feel like every fight is just another sequel. Girl, do you really know what love is? Or does this dick make you rethink what drugs is? My memories embrace your face like a long kiss. You want that real love hook up? Well, I'm the plug, miss. Bitter, knowing I'm about to run and get her. You think by now that a nigga didn't know no better. We don't make love, we soul shift. How can I not remember? I'm running back, man.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back to you. Running back to you. I try to refrain, but your nectar's so sweet and savory. I keep running back to you.
They tell me stupid is what stupid does. They call me dumb then. Cause when she called, I was coming, nigga running. Coming home to that loving. Wouldn't miss it for nothing. Couldn't wait for the stuffing. Slow baking the muffin. Serious kick I was touching. No lie, no bluffing. Got pies tucked in the oven. Got knives waiting for something. Big gauges over in the cutting. Little nigga was hungry. Looking for niggas stumping, but give it up. I want it, that's what you get for flaunting America's most wanted. They see a nigga, they pointing. They fingers be double jointed, but fuck it, bro. I'm on one, and I'm all by my lonesome. I want that, and then some. I'm all about that. And come through your window with the breeze with it. And then I leave like the trees did it. Be back at the hive with the bees kicking it. That sweet nectar, man, the nigga getting it. Then leave the area with no witnesses. The streets, man, I miss her. Gotta go back and visit them.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back to you. I try to refrain, but your nectar's so sweet and savory. I keep running back to you.
All right, welcome back to This Talk Ain't Cheap Radio. And in this portion of the show, we welcome in a special guest. Why don't you share your name and what you're all about for the listeners?
Thank you very much, Sean. Hi everyone, I'm Benjamin Marcus Judge, is my birth name. My musician name is Kapono Carmelat. It's a mixture of Greek and Hawaiian, and the name means Righteous Garden of Eden, which we abbreviate into Righteous Paradise, which is the label and the brand name. The website is righteousparadise.com. I'm a musician myself. I have pretty much been making music my whole life. My granddad, he's passed away now, but he was a bassist and a vocalist for the Southampton Football Club theme song in the 1970s called Saints for the Cup, which is a band called Frisco. And my mum also was a country and western singer touring around USA, Australia, England with my granddad. So I've been doing music since I was pretty much a young child. But right now I'm 5 years into my professional career. I had cancer in 2014 and decided to start doing it professionally. I have a label, record label, BMJ Records, and we have 11 acts on the label right now. We've got an eclectic bunch. We're a really diverse bunch of bands and acts.
Wow, that's incredible. So yeah, definitely a lot to unpack. So I think most of the listeners can probably tell by your accent, but you're from across the pond.
Yes, sir. I'm in England. I was born in Reading in Berkshire, which is 45 minutes drive from London. So it's not classed as the very south, but it is still classed as the south of England. But in my view, where I am right now, which is in Dorset, is the actual south. I'm on the beach front. There's nothing in between me and France but the English Channel. So, but it is classed as south. It's, as I said, 45 minutes from London in a drive hour time.
Now, before we talk about your label, I want to go back. Tell me how you first got involved in music.
So really the way I got involved in music was, it's pretty much my mum, because my dad left my mum. Well, they split up when I was 10 months old, so I ended up going backwards and forwards with my mum and my dad, and it's a similar story to a lot of people, but really my mum was the one that put music on me. I remember when the Bobby and Whitney incident happened, when, you know, the bad stuff happened with Bobby and Whitney, and my mum had this Bobby Brown tape, and she was like, take this tape, I hate it. So I was like going to sleep every night, and I was listening to the Bobby Brown, you know, like Roni, Tenderoni, and like My Prerogative, and it's basically New Jack Swing, and I was listening every night, and I would lay in bed and fall asleep. I was like, I want to learn how to do what Bobby Brown does, or there's all kinds of music, really, a lot of hip-hoppy stuff as well, and obviously with the country western stuff from my granddad, it's always been embedded in me. And then on the odd occasion when I go to my dad's, he'd be playing Eric Clapton, Cocaine, and all these kinds of songs. So it's always been around me. So it wasn't even like I got into it, it was just always there. I'm with a musical family as well. As I said, my granddad in the 70s played bass guitar in a band called Frisco. So with the family doing music anyway. The funniest thing was, when I used to see my dad on the odd occasion, my sisters and my brother that lived away from me, they lived with my dad and his wife. They were bought pianos and all kinds of instruments, and I'm the only one who ended up in music. And I didn't have the instruments. I did play a bit of violin and guitar when I was younger, but it seemed to be that they were more into the musical surroundings, but it was actually me that took it on, which is crazy because I didn't even have the piano. But yeah, it's just always been there, Sean. I love it so much. It's about survival for me, man. It's like I call it life fuel. I'm a very spiritual person, and I really believe that it's something that you're given to help you survive in life, and without it, I really don't know where I would be. I wouldn't even like to say, but it wouldn't be nice, you know, and it's about survival, man. Like, if I'm not creating something, whether it be a poster or some music or some vocals or writing, or maybe even just helping other people, I get very down and depressed. So it's all about survival.
And what genre of music do you make?
I make everything and anything. I listen to every style of music, from your classical to your rock and roll and everything in between, to your gabba, to your techno, 808s, 303s, some hard rock and roll, grungy stuff. I literally listen to everything from like Black Sabbath, Nirvana, right the way up to Beethoven, and everything in between. There is really nothing I won't give a chance. I don't really listen to death metal much, but I can appreciate some of the artistry. If somebody's playing a bass guitar, they're playing a drum kit and the vocals, you know, they're doing it all properly, then I'll appreciate the art form. But I'll make everything, every style. If you listen to anything by Kapono Carmelat on SoundCloud, there's a lot of stuff on there, and I use SoundCloud as like a sketch pad. Although I'm going to start using Audio Mac more because I like Audio Mac. But if you listen to my stuff on there, there's everything on there. There's like industrial rock, there's neo soul, there's jazz. Yeah, I put out one song last year or earlier this year. That was last year, and it was a jazz song. So there's just so many different styles that I don't categorize myself in one specific genre, which is a shame with iTunes and stuff. When you release stuff, you have to put one category, which I think is sad. So I often just put world because there is no limit. One day I could be writing blues, one day I could be doing jazz, one day I could be doing hip hop, one day I could be doing rock, industrial rock, anything. Every genre, Sean, everything.
And you know, that's really interesting because I've had these interviews with a lot of different artists from a lot of different places, and that's really a common theme with creative people. When they have to select a certain genre, there's a lot of pushback from musicians. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, definitely. The thing that I always mention to other people when they ask me is that for me, what it is about emotion and the journey in life that we go through. And so one day, if I give you an example of what I would listen to, some days I may need to be cheered up, so I may listen to Bobby McFerrin, Don't Worry Be Happy, and I'll be in the shower whistling Don't Worry Be Happy. But other days I might be in a rage, so I'll listen to Marilyn Manson, Posthuman, you know, it's very aggressive. And other days maybe I'll be like, okay, let's listen to some Whitney Houston, I want to relax, or maybe going out on the bike and I'll put on some kind of hard style music or something. So there's really different musics for different emotions, and it's exactly the same with when I'm writing. It's always a different process. I might hear some music that inspires me to write, or I may already have a riff or a melody in my head that I need to find the music to go to. But generally speaking, although the creative process is always different and creativity does have its own timing, it's really all about emotion. It could be that I want to make something that's clubby. I want to go out jogging. I may need to go jogging. I might need to lose weight, so I will be okay. Let me write a house track, or maybe a deep house track, or some kind of techno, or something like that. Or it may be that I want to just go out and cruise along the roads. So I may find some nice, relaxed kind of smooth jazz. It's all about emotion. That's really what it boils down to. The bottom line is emotion. Same way as you would listen to certain music for different feelings, is exactly the same way as how I create music.
And is there a song that you've created and released that you're really proud of that you'd like to talk about?
To be honest with you, my latest one I've just put out is called Demons, and the musician that created the producer that created the backing beat, because I've just done the lyrics and the vocals on there. I sang the whole song the right way through. I'm very proud of that one. It's probably my best piece, although other people always tend to think different. But I always think you're only as good as your last creation. But that one's called Demons, and the producer on there is a guy from England, and his production company is called Keys Cartel, Keyz Cartel with a K, and the guy's sonically amazing. Like when you listen to the music, you can hear organic instruments with a little bit of an electronic sort of switch on there, and then the vocals there on top. It's called Demons. It's on Audio Mac. I'll send you a link for it, and that's fantastic. And I just got permission to use a brand new £350,000 black Ferrari as well. So I'm going to be putting that in the video, which is not my Ferrari, of course. Like I have no Ferrari. I'm starting from the bottom, but the guy's very kindly given me permission to use his car. In fact, he actually has a really nice dog called Sonic, and it's a Pomeranian dog, and I found this dog in the road, and I was like, where is this dog from? I want to return this dog to their owner. Beautiful dog. It's like a little fox, like a teddy bear. And I knocked on a few doors. I knocked on one door, in fact, and I said, is this your dog? And he was like, oh my god, yes, thank you. Did he get out? And then after that we became friends. And then just today, actually, about an hour or two ago, I said, would you mind if I use this car in the video? So we're going to have a nice video for this Demons song. So yeah, Demons is good. But if I was to pay homage to some people that have given me a leg up, I would say East Side was my first song, and probably one of my biggest ones. We had 5,000 Shazams, which for me is good, and it's all down to Will Johnson, who is a British actor, but he's also a DJ, and he's affiliated with a guy called Terry Seeger, who runs UK Swagger, And these guys are really like deep in the music business, and especially Will is an actor. He's an established actor. You can pick up any TV guide in Britain, and you'll see him on all kinds of different programs, mostly dramas and soaps and series. But Will, he really pushed. Bless his heart, he really pushed the East Side, and pretty much gave me the confidence to say, okay, I can do this. So yeah, East Side was my biggest one, but my latest one is called Demons, and there's hundreds and hundreds in between. I just scratched my whole hard drive. I just erased like 1,000 songs because I thought I'm going to just start all over again, because I was hanging on to all this old material, and it's all kind of like started projects, but you're going to hear some fresh new content coming from me.
Now, talk to me about how you started your label and why creating a label was something that was important to you.
Okay, so back in 2014, I had the mind state that I guess most musicians would have done 20 years ago, before the internet. I mean, the internet came around 1995, 1996. We had the dial-up 56k modem. Before the internet, you know, it was all very much heavily relied on record labels. You sent the demos out, you went and did your shows, you got a name for yourself, you got a record deal. Even if it was a £100,000 record deal, you know, you would have made some money. Whereas nowadays, we all know it's much harder to make money in music because we've got the internet. But on the flip side, you can send a song from England to Australia within a matter of seconds, and they'll have it. So what I did was I started sending out my music to the world, and also with, as I said, the help of DJs from Nellyville in Nebraska, Lorenzo in Chicago, Terry Seeger down in London, Will as well. All these DJs, BBC Radio did help me a couple of times on the introducing platform. But basically what happened was I realised I built this network up, and I remembered how hard it was when I thought, I want to get signed to a label, I just thought to myself, how's about, instead of trying to get signed to a label, I'll just make a label and sign myself. So really the label was created mainly for me to release my music under an official platform. Now when I realised the power of the network that Righteous Paradise has reached, some of the countries that my music's gone to and that the label reaches, I couldn't even pronounce the names of them. And I'm still learning now new places, but if you just look on, for example, your TuneCore distribution coverage, the demographics, it tells you in great detail, and Spotify as well, it tells you all the countries that you're going to. And I just figured, why not pull some people up this mountain that I'm climbing every day? You know, that's the bottom line. The bottom line is, I've got this platform, it's a wonderful platform, with the help of all the people around the world that's pulling it together and pushing it, and all the DJs as well, and the music that's wonderful. Let's put some people on the platform, you know. So that's really how it worked. It was just for me, and then I realised other people can, you know, use this platform, so I share it, really.
Now, what sort of thing attracts you to an artist and makes you want to add them to your label?
If you were talking about musicians that I would add on the label, things that would attract me would be a good story. So I want to hear a good story. I want to hear positive content. I want to hear people that are making stuff that's original. I don't mind people that do cover songs, but I like hearing people's own songs. So creativity, positivity, a good story, and a character. I like a good character, you know. I'm very much a personality kind of person. There's nobody on my label that has a dull character, so to speak. We all are so different. From Tiny Giant, he's in Florida. He was born with malformed arms and legs, and the man is like a walking testament to God. He's going around evangelizing and God blessing the whole world, and I totally stand up and salute him. Blessings to him and everyone. You got Alex Mike the Mike. He has like this aggressive kind of MCing style, but he's able to articulate his rhymes and rhythms and patterns in a way that is not derogatory, racist or swearing. He's able to get across his message in an articulate manner. Again, he's got the story of the passion and the drive. You've got Danny Moose, he's in South Africa. Again, all of my guys' stories are online. You have an ex-war veteran, an army veteran, home of the vet. He's over in the USA. I've got a guy in Germany, Michael Scott. He's a very passionate guy, had a bit of a hard upbringing, did some work singing for national anthems for the country that he was raised up in Germany and America. He was around. So everyone has a really good background story. Everyone's music is positive. And that leads me on to my next point, which is slightly swaying off of your questions, but we work with a guy called Skylar Jett, and Skylar is a Grammy Award winning musician. He's very well connected. He's sang with Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, and oh my goodness, there's so many people that the list is endless. He actually sang backing vocals on the My Heart Will Go On for the Titanic, which is Kate Winslet. She was the main actor in the Titanic. She's actually, or actress, she's actually from Reading, where I'm from. But Skylar's been a really good mentor to me. He's not signed on the label. He's way above, way higher and further ahead. But he's also like all about this equality. He'll speak to smaller people down the chain like me. And he said, the reason why he's talking to me is because of that positive vibe. Because of that positivity. It's because of the people I'm having to say, maybe try and come back with some more positive music, and then we can work together. We've kept it on that blessed vibe. We're not a gospel label, but we do keep a very blessed vibe. So yeah, Skylar's a really cool dude to work with, and again, it's a blessing. You have to give thanks. And he has a project called Music for Global Change, which is it's literally what it says. It's music for global change. It's about each one teach one, share knowledge and wisdom. It's about peace and unity. And he's got some banging tunes coming out, man. I've been listening to them. I won't say their names. I don't want to give away too much. But he sent me some of his songs, and there's two songs in particular that when they go around the world, it's going to make an impact. Trust me, they're something serious, something to talk about. It's going to be exciting. So yeah, it's all about creativity, a good story, the characters, the personalities. I love these people. Everyone has a different story on the label. We're a very eclectic and unique bunch. So yeah, I try and keep it as interesting and as creative and as positive as possible.
Can you share your social media links?
Yeah, you can find me, if you just search for Benjamin Marcus Judge, you'll find pretty much everything. But you could also search for Righteous Paradise, just RIGHTEOUS Paradise, PARADISE, or you can look for BMJ Records. If you look for Benjamin Marcus Judge, then you'll find me. Right now there's on my cover photo on Facebook, there's an orange painting which was by Mark Rothko. It's like a blend of oranges. It's all different coloured. So it's basically Mark Rothko was an artist who did lots of different shades. So I went to an art gallery when I was young with my grandmother. I'm very lucky. She took me there, bless her heart. And it was all red. It was the whole room. It was like this giant white room in London in a gallery, and the whole room was painted white. And there was about 15 or 20 paintings, and they all had this beautiful red. It's like I'm not even joking, like 10,000 shades of red on a canvas, mixed in with some black. But if you look on my profile, Benjamin Marcus Judge, you'll see this orange one. It's a Mark Rothko painting. It's on the cover photo. It's like 1,000 shades of orange in just one little space. The guy was a really good artist. So Benjamin Marcus Judge. You can look on Twitter. There are Kapono Carmelat accounts that I can't get into. There's one with 14,000 followers that I'm locked out of. I changed my mobile number and can't get back in. We've got BMJ UK RP. But mostly, if you just go to righteousparadise.com, you'll find all of my guys on the label, and our links are on there too. righteousparadise.com.
Is there anything else you'd like to promote or share?
I'd like to share your stuff, man. You're going to have to send me your bits and bobs, and I will do you a Artist Hunters and a Cat's Eye magazine and a Tiger Claw Media write-up. Because I have the guys on the label, I do mini press runs, what I like to call a mini press run. So it's not mainstream stuff, like it's not on television and stuff, but we're aiming for TV in the long run. So I just do an internet press run. So anything you want me to share, like your show, this interview, any of your future interviews, I've sent you one of my guys. His name is Danny Moose. He's in South Africa at the moment. He's a musician, a struggling musician. Brilliant story. You listen to his song once and he's still your heart, man. You want to listen to more of it. Danny Moose. He's a good musician. So anything like that you want me to share, man, like in the future, just send it to me and I'll do the write-ups, I'll do the blogs, I'll do the mini press runs. Anything you want me to share, let me know. And I can help you in exchange. And I'm eternally grateful as well, man. Blessings all the way.
All right. Well, I'd like to give a very big thank you to my guests for joining me here today on this Talk Ain't Cheap Radio. Let's get into some more music.
Yeah. Right.
7.
Cash, bitch. Run it up. These niggas don't run it up, and these bitches can't come it up. So I guess I gotta play the part and nurture them. Mother Nature, I ain't one of them. Got a child, but he ain't one of them. I call him king and he ain't one of them. But I'm trying to get to a meal, cause I keep paying bills. I'm just trying to live comfortably, so my son can't chill. Better mom of the year, boy. Close to me, cause I ain't done yet. Play your cards right, and maybe you'll be in the front, man. Many niggas try to hold me, many niggas try to fold me. Man, I got new powers, you ain't looking at the old me. Pour it up, man. Pour it up, pass the weed, roll the window down, pour it up. Now, I'm just trying to get this money. Why these niggas steady calling, man? It is funny. I don't believe in handouts, hard work is what I want. And these niggas still hating on me, no. I know, but you don't, I know, what they see about me. I know, but you don't, I know, what they see about me. I know, but you don't, I know, what they see about me. I know, but you don't, I know, what they see about me.
She came for every part of me. It's probably too big of a heart in me. She nasty and ratchet like Cardi B, one of a kind, bitch. I am the prodigy. I'm that nigga, yeah, you knew that. Them bitches be like, who that? Yeah, they call me Midwest Lotto. You can all get your back glue back. You can catch me on the rooftop with a bad bitch on do stop. Swinging in the new drop, I can fuck your bitch in 2 socks. The way that pussy get wet, I might need me an umbrella. And she gon' keep sucking my dick because I do it better.
I know, but you don't, I know, what they see about me. I know, but you don't, I know, what they see about me. I know, but you don't, I know, what they see about me. I know, but you don't, I know, what they see about me.
Oh, I need you close to me. I need you close to me. I'm not trying to cuff you, baby. I just need you close to me. Just need you close to me. Yeah. I'm not trying to cuff you, baby. So don't get emotional. Yeah, man, they pleasing you, ain't pleasing you. I'm trying to do the things he don't do. Do them things he don't do. Whoa. I'm trying to cuff you, baby. So don't get emotional. Yeah, man, ain't pleasing you. I'm trying to do them things he don't do. I'm just trying to love you, baby. Let me fucking fuck you crazy. Let me suck and put my head between your legs and drive you crazy. Be my lady, but only for one night. They go back to that scrub that you call your man inside. Cause I don't wanna take your place, and now no one done been that type of nigga. And I speak that type of figures, and you know you really need it. Want that real on your side, but you can't decide between him because he obviously got you in a trance. But I ain't even gon' stand in between that shit. I'ma be a grown man, and I'ma move on, keep doing my thing. I ain't even got a trail. Just let my dick hang. Just let my dick slang. Cause you know where I'm at. You can come and get it. Just holler back. But don't be trippin'. Tryna catch no feelings. Oh no, my goodness. I'm not trying to cuff you, baby. So don't get emotional. Yeah, man, they pleasing you, ain't pleasing you. I'm trying to do the things he don't do. Do them things he don't do. Whoa. I'm trying to cuff you, baby. So don't get emotional. Yeah, man, they pleasing you, ain't pleasing you. I'm trying to do them things he don't do. Do them things he don't do. Whoa.
I'd like to thank you for tuning in today. This has been another episode of This Talk Ain't Cheap Radio. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. That is Ennis Productions on YouTube and Instagram. ENNIS Productions. Ennis Productions is your source for music, business, motivation, and support. And we also have the Creative Collective series, where we interview talented people and give them a chance to share their story. If you're a musician looking for help to take your career to the next level, contact Ennis Management and get real help and real results in growing your personal brand with your audience, learning how to effectively promote and market your music using social media, learning the business side of the industry, and how to become your own booking agent. Contact ennisproductions@gmail.com. Ennis Management, empowering musicians through education. If you would like to have your music played on This Talk Ain't Cheap Radio, simply email your music to ryancross020@gmail.com. That is ryancross020@gmail. That's our show for today. We'll be back with another new episode tomorrow. I'm out.